Okay, we're starting our group chat now officially and starting to record.
What is it, brother?
Everybody, if you go ahead and if you could put down in the chat, what is the thing that you guys are struggling with the most right now? What can I help you out with the most tonight on this group chat? Go ahead and type that in the chat, guys. I know, Corey, there was some special things you wanted me to go over. Corey says, better Craigslist ads and taking calls. Lillian says, let's talk more about Craigslist ads. And I see a couple people that I don't normally talk to that must be brand new here. So welcome. Tequila, you're one of the brand new people that just started. Carl, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Michael says maybe negotiation skills on prices. Okay, that's good. We can do that. Lillian says talk more about Craigslist ads. So I see a lot of people want to talk about Craigslist ads. Kiwi says I'd like you to do live appraisals on eBay. Okay, we can do that. By the way, oh, hey, Christy, how you doing? Good to see you. By the way, how many of you guys right now are watching my phone flipping show that I've been doing? Josh says reaching 10 grand this month. Bam! Good job, Josh. Fantastic. My next superstar right there. 10 grand. Josh started the course about 4.5 months ago. That's fantastic. Nestor says, I used to get Craigslist taking down my ads. Now I'm getting emails about my ads being flagged by the community. All right. So we can take a look at your ads, Nestor, and see what's going on with those. There was somebody else that I really wanted to come on here and check out their ads. I forgot who it was, but there's someone else that I need to check out the ads with. Josh, you had a quick question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, I had a quick question about so this summer I want to be on vacation in San Diego, and I was wondering if I could somehow move my Craigslist ads and Facebook ads to like near the San Diego area if I like spend time in San Diego and for the summer, you know? Because I could find the library there, I could bring the paper and stuff like that, or
yeah, of course. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it works wherever you're going to be. So, yeah, you could definitely throw Craigslist ads up anywhere. What I would do,
so
I would create a few new accounts with with a different IP address since you're going to be in a different IP area. Because if you post in San Diego under the old, the accounts with the other IP address from your old address, then you might get your ads flagged more. So I'd create like 4 or 5 new accounts and create new ads for that area.
Okay, so like for a different email, you mean like a different IP address, meaning a different email, or like a whole different computer too? Or I don't get it.
No, just create new accounts basically. Because
cool.
You're logging in under a new IP address because it's someone else's internet. Does that make sense, or whatever? Or you're in a new internet connection, which gives you a different IP address. Doesn't matter the computer.
Yeah, because we wanted to spend the time like travel. I was wondering, can I do this constantly traveling? If I could do this constantly traveling, well, it's a game changer, Like
yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'll be as consistent though, because the thing is, when you do that, you're going to lose a lot of your repeat customers. So your sales are going to go down quite a bit because you're probably getting some referrals right now, right?
Yeah, I just picked up 4 items today: a MacBook Air, 2 laptops, and 2 iPads. And I got to go.
Great job, man, killing it. Yeah. It's this is a good time right now, guys. We're crushing it. We had 23 listings on eBay just today. It's an excellent time to be making lots of money and flipping phones this season. The slow season's finally over, and it's time to crush it. So I hope you guys are ready. So I want to answer Corey's question about this iPhone 7 Plus. So we're going to do a drill right now. What I want you guys to do is I want you to tell me iPhone 7 Plus for T-Mobile. What do you think it's going to sell for on eBay, and how much would you pay me as a customer? So this is iPhone 7 Plus for T-Mobile. What is it going to sell for on eBay? Type it in the chat, and then type in how much you're going to pay for it. Okay, you guys got 1 minute. You ready? Go. 1 minute. iPhone
32 gigabytes.
Let's just do 32 gigs or something. Did they make a 32 gig model for that? I'm not actually sure. find out in a second. Okay, you guys got 30 seconds left. iPhone 7 Plus, T-Mobile, 32 gigabyte. 30 seconds left. If you don't respond in 30 seconds, you're losing 50% of your sales. I got to mute. I need to mute because it seems like someone else is making all. Let me just mute. Okay, here we go. All right, so Randy says pay 400, but you guys got to tell me how much it's going to sell for too. Say what you would pay and then what you would sell it for. Okay, so give me both. Tequila says pay 210, sell for 450. Okay. Michelle, it's an iPhone 7 Plus for T-Mobile, 32 gigabyte. Randy says sell around 600, pay 400. Randy says, Corey says he's getting a call. Corey, I'm helping you out here, and you're taking a phone call. Killing me. He's trying to close a deal. Is that for a phone? If it is, I'll close them for you. Let me hear you take that call. If it's for a phone, let me hear you. Nope, I don't know what he's doing. Let's see if I can.
I'm just I'm on my computer right now.
Are you closing a deal, Corey? Yeah? Okay. Put him on speakerphone. Let me help you close him.
Five, 16 gigs for Sprint.
What kind of phone is it?
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Share your screen, Corey. Let's see what's going on while you're taking that call. We want to watch you close this deal. Go ahead, share your screen.
All right.
Can help you wrap this one up.
Okay. Is there any damage to it? No damage. All right. Just 5S.
iPhone 5S.
Just a 5. Okay. Yeah, I could offer you about, say, like $35. How much were you looking for?
Put him on speaker. Put him on speaker.
What's that? He was looking for about 75. Yeah, see, the thing about Sprint is, you know, once you, let me ask you this: you're done paying for it, right? I'm guessing. Yeah, you're done paying for it. Thing about Sprint is once you like, let's say you leave Sprint, automatically the phone gets blacklisted. So I mean, you know, that's why, you know, it doesn't hold its value as well as you checked everything out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you said it's unlocked?
Josh says you lost it.
What's that? It can be unlocked. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I want you to talk to my boss. Corey, hold on. I want you to talk.
Can you hold 1 second? I'm gonna ask my boss. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can do for you.
Put him on speaker and let me talk to him.
Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna let you talk to my boss. Hold 1 second, okay? Dave, are you there?
Yep. Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay? Hello, can you hear me okay?
Can you hear him?
Yes, hi, can you hear me okay?
Barely.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure why you can't hear. How you doing? So you have an iPhone 5 for Sprint, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it's in good condition, you said?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. And now Corey was saying that you're looking to get 75 for that. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So have you looked on eBay or anything, or looked around on what that's selling for right now?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you checked out like what those are selling for currently, the iPhone 5s for Sprint? Like on eBay or anything like that?
125, 150 on the internet. I'm not looking to get that far. I'm still going to get 75 for it. I'd be happy.
The only thing is, I'm not sure if you checked out like eBay under sold listings, but I'm on there right now, and even like the 5Ss, they're selling for only like $89.95 for Sprint right now, and there's a bunch of them around there. Like here's 70, 89. I'm actually having even a hard time just finding a 5. Here's a 5 that sold for $69.99. Let me see what else. I see here's a 5S that sold for $57. Unfortunately, because it's a pretty old phone now, like that came out in 2012, so it's going up on about 5 years on that phone. So there's not as much resale value on that. So they're probably going to sell only for like $59 to $69 around there for iPhone 5. So like if we were to do 75 on that, the problem is like eBay charges 10% of fees. So like we have to pay 10% to eBay, right? So that's $7 right off the top. So that's 75 minus the 7, that's $68. Now it's only selling for 60. So if we sell it for just $60, we got to pay the 10%. That's only netting like $54. And we do have to make a profit for the company because, that's how we stay in business by, buying it at a certain price that we make a profit on. So we're only going to be able to sell for around like 60. So on that, we'd probably offer like 20, 25, unfortunately, for that phone because of that. Does that make sense?
Okay. I got you. All right.
And we're pretty competitive. Like we try to do everything we can to get the most deals we can. Like we pay the best prices in the state on phones, and we try to be as aggressive as we can. It's just that's an older phone, and it's just not really selling for that much. And I mean, you definitely, you don't have to take our word for it. Feel free to like call around some of the other places and see what they're offering, and and see what they say, just so you're not getting ripped off. But I mean, definitely, if we could do more, I'd love to do more for you on it. But like 75 wouldn't be realistic because we can only sell it for like 60. And even at $20, we're making like a $34 profit. So it's not like we're not paying the mortgage or anything off this one phone here. We're making a pretty small profit margin on it. If it was a 5S, we'd probably do like 40 for you, 45. But if it's just a basic 5, it's like $20 on that. But yeah, I mean, he could.
We're in Randolph, Massachusetts.
Oh, Randolph. Oh, okay.
And where are you located?
Boston.
Boston. Okay. Oh, so you're not that far. I mean, he could come out to you too and maybe meet halfway or something like that. Are you able to do that? Maybe at least make it more convenient for you?
Yeah, let me see if I could do it. Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely doable. Yeah.
Are you okay with doing that, Corey? Do you mind meeting up with them to help him out?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, we could do that for you. And I mean, yeah, it's only probably what is it, like 20 minutes, half hour to Boston from where you're at, Corey?
Not even. I can probably get there in like 15 minutes. Where are you at? Are you in Dorchester or
Oh, yeah, Somerville.
Somerville? No, it's fine too. I can definitely do that.
Maybe
I
you
can
guys
come
can
meet
meet
you.
up in like Dedham or something.
No, Somerville's near Cambridge.
Cambridge. Okay, all right. I'm actually from Rhode Island myself, so I have representatives all around the country that buy phones and things of that nature. So good to see though that you're local. Yeah, and it's my name is Dave, by the way. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask for me. What was your name?
George.
George. Yeah, thanks, George. I appreciate you giving us a call. Would you? I mean, are you looking to do it tonight, or would tomorrow work better for you?
Within a day or so.
Within it, like it. All right. So, is it better like in the morning, or is night better for you?
Afternoon time will probably be better, yeah.
Afternoon.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Nighttime.
Corey, is that okay with you? Are you able to meet George in the afternoon?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a call tomorrow morning, and we'll liaise then.
Okay. Does that work for you, George? Is it okay if Corey gives you a call and then you guys can set something up to meet?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Cool. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for working with us. If you ever have anything else, we also buy things like iPads, iPods, if you have any old stuff like that, smartwatches, digital cameras. So,
I can't get through to it.
what's that?
I have an iPhone, but I can't get through.
You have an iPad as well, you said?
Yeah, I have an old iPhone, an iPhone 3GS.
Oh, the iPhone. Oh, the 3GS. Wow. Yeah. Those. I mean, if it's working, we might be able to give you like a couple dollars. Those are pretty old now, unless it's like brand new in the box. It has like some collector's value. But if it's used and it's open, that one unfortunately probably wouldn't be able to purchase. Unfortunately, on the 3GS.
I have a couple 5Ss too, though, but they're iPhone locks, so they're no good.
I mean, if you're gonna bring those and you want to do business, we could probably throw you like $10 a piece on those just as a courtesy, since you're working with us on the other one, if you want.
I mean, because what I have is I have like a lot of those. I'm just having the parts though. I have the motherboard with and everything. I have the back support and everything like that, and different parts for it. So I have that with it. But I'm just like, because I have a bunch of phones. That's what you do though. I fix repair the phones, but they're all like, whatever. So I can't do nothing with them because they're locked. So I'm like, basically, I'm screwed with them. I can't, they're good for nothing except for parts.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I mean, like, if you're just gonna chuck them, we could give you like $10 at least for them if you want. If you're not able to do anything with them, we'll buy them just for the parts. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it for you, but if we're gonna meet up, if you want to bring them down anyways, Corey can maybe give you a little extra cash for those if you'd like.
I mean, but what do you need? What do you need for the phone? What do you need for the phone? I mean, I can give you like the back of the phone. I can give you another board with the phone, whatever like that. I got, a couple of phones, but they're broken too. They're cracked. So I mean, I don't know what you want to do with those, but I mean, if you take the CPU off of it and switch it and make it good, I mean, there's other things you could do with them. I just don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we'll buy them just for the parts. So it's that's fine. Like I said, we'll still buy them. We can't pay like the normal price for them because they're iCloud locked. But I'll probably give it, like I said, like
I know. I'm not looking. I understand that. I know you can't pay like whatever they're going to raise for. iCloud. I understand it. Yeah. No problem. I understand.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it. Well, yeah, thanks for the offer on that. If you have anything else, feel free to bring it down, and Corey will check it out. And if he has any issues, he can just call me. We'll try to work out something special for you on it.
Alright, so you're saying like $10 a phone for the iCloud lock ones?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yep.
Now, what do you need with that phone? Though? Do you need the motherboard, the back of the phone? I mean, what do you need with the phone and parts?
Oh, I mean, for the $10, we'd probably have to have it put together. It wouldn't be, we couldn't use it taken apart. It would have to be like, all in one piece. If they're completely like stripped and taken apart, we probably wouldn't be able to purchase those at that value. If it was like maybe an iPhone 6S maybe, but not that, just because we need to make sure like the phone at least works and stuff. So I don't know, are you able to just put them back together at least so they turn on, or would that be tough?
No, they're not working properly at all. That's why I took a budget try, to see what I can do. So people buy the boards out of them, and they switch them around with the CPUs or little chips on them.
Oh, okay.
Phones, and they're great.
The price of $10 would be probably with it turning on with the motherboard in, and like, so with it having all the pieces, the screen on and things like that. So I guess we'll probably hold off on those, but still be happy to do the iPhone 5 for you. We'll do the $20, and if you want to bring anything you have, if you want to just bring it down, just bring it with you, whatever you have. We take any kind of electronics that have resale value. So if there's anything that you think, just bring it. We'll be happy to check it out. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, George. It was nice talking to you too. I appreciate it, and thanks for working with us.
No problem. All right.
All right. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. I hope you guys learned something on that one, man.
Save your ass, man.
My closing average is 100%. I don't miss.
But I saw how you did it, like your tonality and everything. You were friendly, and you knew what you're talking about. Your confidence,
Yep. That guy, that call, people pay hundreds of dollars to hear something like that and close. So if you guys want to see more of that stuff, and you want to see it in person, come to the boot camp and come to me at my store, and you'll hear that stuff all day long. You'll watch me close deal after deal. That's how I do $20,000 a month.
Nice.
If I was at my store, when I was at my stores, we were doing $30,000 to $40,000 a month when I worked at my stores. So it's my employees just can't compete. I've just been doing this too long. And I'm not bragging. I mean, I can bragging a little bit, but if you do the right things, guys, there's a ton of money to be made. And look at that. Not only this guy, originally didn't even want to sell the phone. He was going to say no and wanted $75. You told him 35, and I told him 20, and he said, "That's me."
That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
I lowballed the crap out of him at 20, and he still took it. And not only did he take it, but he offered to sell me 2 more phones. So, guys, that goes to show you right there that it has nothing to do with price. It's all your sales skills, guys. So when people say how much they want and your price is too low, bullshit. It's all you. Okay? And again, not putting you guys down, but if you have sales ability like that and you can relate to the people. Now, see how I made him feel so comfortable when he was on the phone with me? I made him feel very relaxed, and I used his name, and I said, George, and I explained exactly what was going to happen, and I talked to him very nicely, and I spoke slow. I didn't rush when I talked to him. This is how you close, guys, okay? You start doing that, and watch how much more money you're going to start making on the calls. Because if you're getting 10 to 15 calls a day, and you're not buying at least 3 or 4 phones a day, you are definitely doing something wrong, and you're missing out. It isn't the customers, it's all you. You're either not offering them enough, you're not negotiating enough, you're not giving them a good price. It's just something, okay? What did you guys – type in the chat what you guys learned the most from that call. What did you guys like a lot? And also, did you guys like that? Was that helpful to see that? Did you enjoy watching me close?
That was very helpful.
Because he's going to King. He's like, he just made me some money. Corey, I hope you give me a good testimonial after that.
Oh, yeah.
Lily says very helpful. Lily says very helpful. Good. All right, excellent. What was the biggest thing you guys learned? Is there anything that you learned? Did you learn anything from it that you maybe weren't sure about, or are you thinking, oh, well, I'm already doing all that stuff, Dave? Dave, I don't know. Maybe you didn't learn anything. Eric says the importance of standing firm on the market value and suggesting to check out other competitors. Excellent. Absolutely. And notice that I even said don't take a word for it. Go call around everybody else and see. If you do that with total confidence like that, the customer trusts you rather than trying to argue with them. Josh says the blacklisted part. Well, no, they don't automatically blast. That was actually wrong. I'm not sure where Corey got that from, But that's why I wanted to step in. We buy those as a bad ESM because they're on a CDMA network, which means the MEID is attached to the network when a phone is activated, which means it can't be activated by somebody else while it's being activated on a network. It's one of the only networks that's still not GSM, which uses a SIM card to attach the phone. So with other networks, you can take your SIM out of one phone and put it in the other. With Sprint, if you have to register with the carrier. That way, even if the bill is paid, if it's still active on a line, that means it's a bad ESN. You see how I just explained that to you guys? Are you explaining it that well to a customer? I'm going to bet nobody on this chat is explaining it that well, right? I can pretty much bet $100 on that. And if you are, and if you do explain it that well, you will make way more money. Barry says, educating and relating to the customer is key. Absolutely. The more educated you are, guys, and the better you know your craft, the more money you're going to make. Now, Josh has been a top student of mine. Now, Josh was terrible when he first started. No offense to Josh. He knows that. But Josh, when he first did a call with me, he got rated like a 2, I think. And now Josh is close to doing $10,000 a month. And you can see his confidence level. But when Josh first started, he was pretty tough on it. But then he studied his craft, and he worked hard at learning and watched the videos over and over. Josh, how many times did you watch the videos?
I watch it every now and then just to, if I forget something, if it's not drilled in my head, I'm going to go watch it again.
Okay.
You know, it just, I would say like 2 or 3 times the whole course.
Yep. There's a lot of people that join this course, and I hope if you're someone that is one of those people that's watching this group chat that you learned something today. But there's other people that have taken this course and then they blame the customers, they blame the phone business, the economy, or whatever for not making money. Guys, the only person to blame if you're not making money in this business is yourself. And I'm sorry to put that on you, but if you are not doing $5,000 to $10,000 a month and you bought this course, it is not the course and it's not the business. You need to study harder and you need to work harder to learn and study your craft so you can do this too. Imagine the power and money you'll make, the power you'll have if you can negotiate like that on every single call and close every person that calls you. Imagine how much money you'll make. It will be unbelievable. You can work for 3 or 4 hours a week and make $1,000 a week profit like I did if you can get that good. Okay, Tequila says, I was thinking that after you told them you'd sell it on eBay for how much, the deal wouldn't go through. Prove me wrong. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid to do that. They're afraid to tell the customer what it's going to sell for, but the thing is that actually makes them trust you more. It's kind of like reverse psychology. If you tell someone not to do something, usually they're going to do the opposite, right? So if I say, look, don't take my word for it, don't buy, go shop around. They're like, well, no, I don't need to shop around. I trust you. But if I say the opposite, oh, no, look, you don't need to look around. We offer the best price, I promise you. Then they're like, okay, I'm definitely going to look around. Let's see. Randy says, I don't even understand it that well to explain. Michael says, not that good. I will now. Good. Michelle says, nobody is better than you, Dave. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. Again, I'm not trying to rub this in your face, guys, or like brag or anything. Just what I'm trying to do is just kind of show you what potential that you can have. Because I'd like everybody. Guys, I came onto this chat today to create some fucking monsters. And I'm going to be just blunt. Like, I want you guys to be phone buying machines. I want you to be the Spartans of the phone industry, all right? I know some group chats, I'm not as focused. This one I came on, we got a lot of new people, and I want some badasses coming out of this chat tonight, okay? I want people like Josh doing $10,000 a month. So I'm ready to blow up and start doing like millions of dollars in courses, and I need more people like Josh. I need people like Michelle doing $9,000 a month. I need everybody in this course doing this. So I'm dedicated to helping you guys get to those levels. So who's going to help me be one of my Spartans? Who wants to be a phone flipping badass and be doing $10,000 a month here? Because that's my goal, is to help you guys do that. And that's what was my intention today. I wanted to do whatever it took to get you guys ready to start doing that. Michelle says, Josh surpassed me. Go Josh. Nestor says, I have this guy who texted me with some pics of iPads and tablets with boxes and plastic wrapping and offered to sell me some phones. I asked him where he gets them. He said he told me there was old phones. Okay. Call him up. Don't respond to a text, Nestor. You want to just call him. Get him right on the phone. Hell, if you want, call him right now. I'll close another deal for you, just like I did for Corey. Call him up. Let's do it. If you want to come on speakerphone, let me know. I'll help you close the deal. Eric says 5,000 to 10,000 network groups. Has everybody gotten mad at you about selling on eBay? For telling them that I sell on eBay, of course not. No, not when you're caring and you talk to them. Now, if you're arrogant and you don't speak to them well, then they're going to talk to you like that. But if you're caring and you speak maturely and professionally, like I did to that gentleman, and you call them by their name and you treat them with respect, then people are going to treat you how you treat them. You know, even if I treat people like that, even if they don't deserve to be treated like that. For example, a guy calls me up and he's like, "Yo, what you paying on this phone?" I'm going to talk to that man just like I spoke to that gentleman. And then when I treat him with respect, he's surprised because nobody else probably does treat him with respect. So he responds to me in kind. Does that make sense? So if you're going to treat people the way they should be treated, you're not going to get as good results as if you treat people better than what they should be treated. Nestor says, is it pretty much that they don't want to deal with the whole eBay mess, so they just go ahead and would go with you? Because that's exactly what it is. Exactly. Because the reason they're calling you is they're scared to sell on eBay. Let's face it, some of you guys are scared to sell on eBay. I mean, you took this course because maybe you were nervous about it. You didn't want to get burned. There was problems. A lot of people aren't going to go through that hassle just to sell their own phone. So they're going to dump it to you for a price that's less than they know they could make, but it's better than nothing. Okay? I mean, I play this game called Magic the Gathering. It's a nerdy card game. Okay, here's my little guy here. I have this little figure. I'm a competitive Magic player. I went undefeated in 3 tournaments this weekend in Virginia. Okay, and I don't have time to sell Magic cards on eBay. I used to. Not anymore. I'm way too busy. I make over $7,000 a week profit. So for me to be messing with collectible cards, I don't care. So I sold off some cards this week when I was in my tournament this week because I needed to build a deck. And these decks are expensive. These decks cost $400 or $500 a piece. So I sold off cards that were worth $20, and I sold them for only $5 to them. Do I know they're ripping me off? Yes, I know for a fact they're making them. They got their prices right there, exactly what they're selling at. But the bottom line is, I'm a busy guy, and I can't be, fiddling around with stuff that's only $200, $300 that might take up 5 hours of my time when my time is worth $300 an hour. So instead, I let them make a profit off me, and that's exactly why people are going to sell you guys phones. I mean, there's a lot of rich people out there that have piles and piles of iPhone 6s, iPhone 5Ss. And if you make friends with them and they trust you, they'll give away everything. Okay? Perfect example there. Corey was just taking this call for that one phone. How many phones did I end up turning this guy into by the end of the phone call? 3. Right? And this is a guy that didn't even want to sell you the one phone originally. He wanted 3 times more than what I offered him. Not only did I get him to offer a third of what he wanted, I got him to sell me 2 more phones. And this is not an accident. This is not like a rare event, guys. When I was doing this on my own, I mean, I would get people that called about an iPod. Next thing you know, they're selling me their entire family's collection of iPhone 6s or iPhone 5s or whatever it was. So when you start doing this stuff, this is stuff I've talked about in group chats by asking, hey, do you have anything else to sell? You can not only get like one item, you could flip someone with a lousy $50 item into selling you $500 worth of stuff if you work it right. How many people here how many people out there only have one lousy phone to sell? Any of you guys here have some shit lying around your house that you know needs to be sold, you haven't had time to sell it? I bet you do, right? Anybody who makes any kind of money at all, if you got a job, probably has some stuff you haven't gotten a chance to. Maybe you want to sell it at a yard sale, you haven't had the time, right? So these other people are the same way. So ask them for it, and you'll get it. Let's see. Nestor says, to me, it felt sketchy, though. Well, I'm not sure why you felt that way, but let me know, and maybe we can address that. I mean, it sounded like the guy was like an iPhone repair guy, and he was trying to buy phones to fix and repair. Now, he did have some iCloud locked phones, but I don't think he purposely bought those. And I mean, and if you're getting IDs from people, then you should be okay. I mean, I'm not going to go out looking for stolen phones by any means. Don't get me wrong. If the guy says, I've got 20 iPhone 6s, and they all got passwords, that's a different story. I'm not going to be buying those things. I'm talking about good, normal people. If someone's got a MacBook that they want to sell and they've got an iPad and they're just an Apple fan, I mean, that's perfectly fine. Corey says, it seems like Sprint and T-Mobile are a little tougher to close because they feel like they should get more not knowing about the bad ESN. I need to get better explaining that to people. So that's a you problem, okay? The thing is, guys, a lot of the problems you guys have is all right here. It's all mental. A lot of you guys are thinking, you're assuming that people don't want to do this just because you wouldn't do it. But you're not them, and they're not you, okay? I wouldn't pay full price for a phone. But a lot of people will on eBay, and it proves because I'm selling $20,000 a month in phones on eBay. Okay. I also wouldn't go to Verizon and pay full price on a phone either, and pay retail $700. But there's tons of people, millions of people that will do that. So you're not everybody. So just because you don't think that you would do it, it doesn't mean that they won't. All right. And if you start thinking that you're going to get lots of deals from people and you can get these prices, and that people will do this, you're going to have much better responses thinking with a positive attitude than a negative attitude. If you have a negative attitude or a skeptical attitude, I promise you that is hurting your wall. I promise you that. Okay? So you need to work on that if you're nervous about things. Randy says people don't want to learn how to sell on eBay or buy the shipping. They want to work. Right, exactly. It's too much of a hassle. They don't feel like going on Craigslist and meeting up with strangers to sell their phone. They just want to meet a guy like you, give them the phone, get their cash, and be done with it. Exactly. Randy says, I've got people I can't stop to get calling people to text to sell me. Wish I could do the same with iPhones. I need to post more ads. I got people I can't get to stop calling and texting stuff to sell me. Wish I could. So that's good. I mean, that seems like a pretty good problem. Sounds like you're doing okay. Nestor says, I meant the guy who texted me sounded sketchy because he has a bunch of devices. Some look new. So you're making assumptions, Nestor. How will we know it's sketchy until you call the guy? You don't. Give everybody a fair chance. Until it's really sketchy, then don't buy it. But you can't try to prejudge and wonder things. You've just got to buy them. As long as you're doing the right thing, you're getting IDs, you're going to be okay. Michelle says that message comes across in your voice when you think they won't sell to us. Yes, it does. You become hesitant, and they see that. They're going by how you feel. Like that gentleman, did you notice his reaction to Corey was completely different than to me? When he was talking to Corey, he sounded kind of combative. But when he talked to me, he's like, okay, that makes sense. I see how it is. Instantly, the gentleman was put at ease. And that is the tone of my voice, okay? And how relaxed and confident I am, the fact that I am going to get him to do that. Let's see. Josh adds more ads equals more confidence. That's true. Carl says, hey, Dave, when someone messages you and wants to sell your phone, do you ever give them a price in return message, or do you always talk to them over the phone? Always. You can ask anybody who went to my boot camp. If they got a text, I'm like, call them. I would hit the call button right on there, and I'd be like, get me on the phone with them. I'm doing it right now. As a matter of fact, if Nestor's ready, I'm ready to call that guy and close that deal right now if you guys want to see another close. Josh says, know your prices and you'll be good. Educate them and they'll take away if needed. Yeah. Yuki says, do you pay return shipping fee for customers? Yes. If it's a return, I'll pay the return shipping fee. It's the right thing to do. Let's see. Nestor says, okay, I see what you mean. As long as everything checks out, I guess you just focus on closing. Absolutely. Absolutely does. Corey says, the other guy who was T-Mobile wanted 500. I was trying to explain to him the reason why he couldn't get that for prices of value, but he felt like because it was an iPhone, I was BSing him. It could be, again, just the way you explained it, Corey. I mean, if you want, we can call that guy and I'll close that one as well. And I can get on, we could do it. I'll say I'm your boss and just close it again. But again, if you really want to do it, all right, go ahead. I can't hear you. Turn your microphone on and we'll close it. Josh says, do it. Alan says, yes. All right. You guys were all wrong on your appraisal, by the way, on that 7 Plus. Okay. A lot of you guys said 450, 400. That 7 Plus is probably going to sell for $489.95, and I would pay about $300 for that. Michael was the closest. He said it will sell for $490, pay $275. So Michael nailed it. Michael's one of the boot camp members and is doing pretty good. Good job, Michael. Everybody else was pretty far off on that. Okay, so not going to sell for $600, and $400 would be way too much money for that phone. So I would pay $300. It'll probably sell for $500. Oh, it looks like Michelle was pretty close to that. I'm just going through the messages now. Sorry. Let's see. Sorry, Michelle. I just saw your message now. You were close. You did good. Guys, you'll notice it's not a pattern. I mean, it's a kind of a pattern here that the people that are making lots of money with this course are always right with their appraisals, and they're accurate about their information. So, guys, that should tell you that if you're not making a lot of money, you need to step up your game on your appraisal skills and get that down. Start focusing on your core skills, okay? Randy says, I need to practice on the higher phones. All right, so let's do it, Corey. You ready? I can't hear you. Make sure I can hear you. Are you muted or unmuted? Let me see. Let me unmute you. Talk for a second.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
close
cool.
this guy.
All right, let me call this guy up.
Put him on speaker so you can say, hey, my boss wants to talk to you. I know you guys want to hear Corey close it first, but I think this is, you know, we don't
Hello?
see me close, so.
Hey, I talked to you a couple of minutes ago. You had that iPhone 7, correct? Are you still looking to sell it? Well, the reason why is because I have my boss here, and he actually wanted to speak to you. If that's okay. All right, hold 1 second. I'm gonna put you on. Hold 1 second, okay? Hello. Can you hear him?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Good, how are you?
How you doing? My name is Dave. How's it going?
Good.
Good. So you have, so Corey was telling me that you have an iPhone 7 Plus for T-Mobile. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks for giving us a call. And everything's good with that? There's no like cracks or problems or anything like that?
No, everything's perfect.
Oh, great. Okay. So on that phone, right? Corey was saying that you were looking to get like 500 for it. Is that correct?
I was looking to get 580.
580?
Yes.
So the issue is that is that a T-Mobile phone?
Yes, it is T-Mobile phone.
Okay, because I don't know if you're familiar with like how T-Mobile works, but one of the things that we have to worry about with T-Mobile is that if the phone is financed, right, what will happen is it will be usable for a short amount of time, but if for some reason someone doesn't pay the bill on it, or if it's on a lease plan, it can be blocked eventually and blacklisted. So we take a big risk with the T-Mobile phones because, for example, if we resell that on eBay to a customer, because that's where we sell is on eBay, and if we go ahead and resell that and it gets blocked, we can get big trouble on eBay for that. So on the T-Mobile phones, we have to buy those as a bad ESN because there's no way of verifying to know whether it's on like a lease plan or finance or anything. Does that make sense? Because even if we call T-Mobile, they won't even tell us for some reason. I'm not sure why, but does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So and with that being said, with T-Mobile right now, I don't have you gone on eBay and saw what those are selling for at all?
I want my eBay.
Because right now the average price of that phone is about $490, like $489.95. That's an iPhone 7. Is it a 32 gigabyte?
Yes, it is.
32 gig. Okay, and that's a T-Mobile. Let me just look through those really quick because what we do is we look at the sold listings on eBay to see what other people are paying for them, right? And here's one right here. Top listing sold May 6th for $467.50. That's $467.50, and that's in good condition. Here's another one that's perfect condition, sold for $469.99. Here's one in excellent condition that's unlocked, so that's a little bit different. That one's unlocked, sold for $549.95, but that's unlocked, so it can be used on like Verizon or AT&T. This one's another one sold for $430. So the average selling that price of that phone is only going to be around like $480 or $490. So we will only be able to get around $480 or $490 for that phone if we're able to sell it on eBay. And then I don't know. Do you know how eBay works at all? Have you ever sold on eBay?
Okay, repeat that.
What's that?
Could you repeat that for a second?
Oh, is it have you ever sold on eBay? Do you know how eBay works or anything like that?
I wanted to, but just like type
So eBay charges us 10% to sell on it as a fee for selling on eBay, right? So let's say even if we were to sell that phone for $500, eBay takes out 10% of that, which would be $50, which means we only will actually receive $450 on it. Does that make sense? So even if we sell it for $500, we only see $450. And now, as a business, we have to make a profit on these phones because we have overhead to pay and things of that nature, right? So just like if you sell a video game to GameStop and things of that nature. So on that phone, it's selling for about $490. We would normally pay around $300 for that, but because you're willing to work with Corey and stuff like that, I could probably step it up to like $350 on that for you to help you out. Would that work for you?
I was getting higher prices on Facebook, so I guess we'll stick to that.
Okay, so what, in like one of those Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna sell in a Facebook group, that's kind of like a retail pricing area. So like if you're gonna sell it yourself, you definitely can get the $500, 100%. So we're kind of like one of those businesses, like a fast cash thing. So that's why we have, we make a profit on it because, if we were to buy it at 500, we would actually we would lose money because of the money we have to pay to eBay. Because like I said, we only net the 450. But I mean, if you wanted to sell on a Facebook, sure, of course, you could definitely get the 490 for it. It's just, then you just got to deal with, the people, calling and things of that nature or meeting up with people. But I mean, if you're okay with that, you're definitely better off doing that 100%. Yeah, if you decide that you don't want to do it for any reason, feel free to give us a call. We would love to have your business. So if you're unable to sell it and you just want some quick cash, Corey could come down and meet up with you and give you the cash on the phone. And if you do sell it, that's cool too. No problem. If you ever have anything in the future that you want to just get rid of, we're happy to help you out and buy whatever you have.
All right. But I do have one phone I might be thinking about selling.
What kind of phone is it?
iPhone 6. It's gold and 16 gigabytes unlocked.
And what carrier is that for? What carrier is that iPhone 6 you have for? Is that T-Mobile as well? It's unlocked?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, those are selling for around like $200. So we could give you like $120 on that.
Oh, he hung up.
He hung up? All right.
Yeah, he hung up the phone. All right.
I mean, some people, we can't compete with people that are going to try to sell this stuff on their own. It's just impossible. Because, if the kid's that sharp, he's going to sell phones on his own. There's just nothing we can do on that. Because, of course, right. I mean, it'd be like me trying to sell you guys on selling me a phone cheaper. You're just not going to do it. So we did our best with that one. Now, here's what happens. I've had guys like him walk out of the store giving me the finger saying, fuck you. I'm not kidding. I swear to God. I had a guy that did that. 3 days later, he came back and was like, hey, man, sorry about the other day. I was in a bad mood. Look, you still give me the $120? And the guy came back to me and sold me the phone. That was a good feeling.
Right.
And I'm telling you, I mean, we had people at the boot camp do the same thing as this guy, and then they called back. We're like, hey, will you still do that? And then they came in and sold me a phone. So the thing is, the key is, I don't know if you guys noticed how I talk to the customer. I'm really taking my time with every person, and I'm trying to build a relationship. It isn't like, yeah, what's up? iPhone 6? Yeah, we're paying $120. No, you can't do that? All right, cool, bye. You see, I'm trying to – yeah.
That's how it goes when I talk to him. Honestly.
I'm working I'm trying to squeeze every single little bit of cash I can on every customer. I'm also see, this guy was calling about an iPhone 7 Plus, and look, here's another phone we didn't even know about. Now, we didn't get it in this situation, but this happens a lot where if you treat people right and you're really treating them with respect and they really like you, they're going to be like opening up all this other stuff that they have that you had no idea about. And you go from making a lousy $50 in a pickup to now all of a sudden $300. And you're like, yeah, baby, because you just made a full day's pay in 15 freaking minutes. Okay? You see, so guys, when you're on that phone call with people, you're going to act like this is the last person you're ever going to buy a phone from in your life. And if you don't buy a phone from them, you're going out of business. So even if you're getting tons of calls, you're better to make every call count and take your time with each person, because you're going to get those people, you treat them good like this, man, they come back to you for years. They never forget you, ever, because you treated them better than their own freaking family member treats them. Okay? Let's face it. I mean, you heard how these people sound on the phone. Do these sound like the most educated people that grew up in amazing homes? No. Okay? So when you start treating them with respect like that and you talk to them in an intelligent fashion, they respect you. They're like, wow, I like this guy. They want to do business because you're making them feel good about themselves. Even though you're making a profit, you're making them feel like a human being. Like, okay, I'm not just some piece of dirt selling a phone. Because that's how the pawn shop makes them feel. That's how the other guys on Craigslist make them feel. And so, guys, it isn't just about numbers. It isn't about how much money you're making. It's about how you make people feel. A lot of people don't understand that in sales. They think that just talking to people and giving numbers is what makes it work. It isn't the money, guys. And I like to equate this to Disney World. Has anybody here been to Disney World? Okay, I was in Disney World last month. It's fucking $130 a ticket. $130 a ticket. I can go to the carnival down the street for freaking $15. Okay? But I can tell you right now, the guys at the carnival for $15 aren't going to make me feel like Mickey Mouse does and Walt Disney. Okay? Walt Disney gets that kind of money because it's the way they make you feel. That's why people spend $130 to ticket to go to Disney versus the Carney down the street or Busch Gardens. Okay? So you need to be the Disney of the phone industry. Guys, is this making sense or is this a bunch of bullshit you think? Let me know if you guys like hearing this stuff and this is effective and you enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean, this makes
perfect sense.
All right. Excellent. Okay, guys, so get good at making people feel good. You guys treat it, if you treat people good and you treat this like you're 100% in on this business, you're going to do well. That's why, guys, you'll see people join this course and then they drop off like it's a joke and they're not making any money. The reason is because they're not all in. They're still hesitant. They're dabbling. They're trying this out. And if you're going to try this out, you're going to fail. I'll tell you right now, you're not going to succeed if you're not all in on this or not. You're going to make that choice. I'm going to go all in. I'm learning this shit. I'm going to master appraisals. I'm going to treat people like gold. I'm gonna work on talking to people. I'm gonna refine my people skills. I'm gonna ask for feedback. I'm gonna try to close them. I'm gonna study about the ESNs. I'm gonna learn about the phone industry. You go all in, man, and you're gonna get a good reward for this. Because when I was doing this, I was making $12,000 a month profit on my own. When it was just me, with no employees, I'd be making $12,000 a month. Now imagine what that would do for your life right now. $12,000 a month profit. That's not sales, guys. There was a time when I hit $40,000 in a month. By myself with no stores, $40,000 a month on eBay. My numbers are lower now because I have employees. I don't do shit for the money I make now. Nothing. I do nothing. My employees do everything for me. So I take a hit on the money because I don't do anything. But when I was doing this business, it was me. It was rocket. Okay. Now I make a lot of money now because I have other businesses and now higher up, and I make $7,000 to $8,000 a week now. Okay, so I don't have the time to put into this business like I used to. But when I did, that was the kind of money I'm making, and that's what I want to see you guys making. Okay, I want to see people like Josh be in this course for 4 months, making $10,000 a month profit here, not making $1,000 a month, guys. I mean, you can make $1,000 a month working half an hour a freaking week in this business. That's a joke. You guys should be making $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month if you guys go all in on this. Okay. So who's ready to do this? Like, how many of you guys here are going to buy into this business and get to work and get fired up to do this? Randy says me. Alan says, yes, sir. Good. I like to see this. Randy says, in it to win it. Tequila says, all in. Eric says, let's go for it. Yuki says, I'm ready. Corey says, me. Bam. That's what I like to see, guys. Excellent. Josh says, that's part-time. That's part-time too, David. Oh, so Josh, you're working a full-time job and you're doing $10,000 a month? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Michael says, I'm ready for my money. Awesome. All right. So guys, let's get into it. And let's start making this stuff happen. Carl says, be to everyone, 9 p.m. Dave, have you ever seen the trending price on eBay? Okay, do not buy into that trending price crap with eBay. It's always wrong. Like, it says a 5S Unlocked is selling for $137. That is bullshit. Those things are selling for $99. It's not selling for $137. Those trending prices are way off, and they've been off for 4 or 5 years. Ever since I've been selling on eBay, those trending prices have been bullshit. They've been all off. They try to do that because they want you to get excited about selling your phone if you're a newbie. So they give you an overinflated price just to get you to sell a phone. And even if you sell it for less than what it's worth, they know you're going to be sold on eBay because you at least made some money. So they kind of trick people into selling on eBay with that bullshit trending price. That's what it is bullshit. Don't listen to it. Okay? By the way, I hope my swearing doesn't offend anybody, but I'm pretty fired up and I'm just a real guy, you know. This is just how I am when I get real with people. Alan says, anyone else here going to the boot camp? I know Alan's coming to the boot camp. Michael's coming to the boot camp. Who else signed up for the boot camp? I think Tim did. Tim signed up for the boot camp, I believe, or Tom signed up for the boot camp. Yuki signed up for the boot camp. So I still have like 3 slots left. So if you guys want to be with me for 7 hours and have some real shit you see in action all day long, I promise it'll change your life. I know it did for Michael. I know it did for Yuki. He met me in Disney. We went to dinner at Disney Springs a couple months ago, and I know he enjoyed it. I think so. I hope so. He seemed like he liked it. I know Michelle definitely enjoyed it. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, just come. I mean, for you guys, it's only $4.97. So if you can make it, it's May 22nd. If you don't, it's okay. You know, don't feel bad. I still want you guys to sell a lot of phones, whether you come to the boot camp or not. So, you know, it's just a little easier for me to train you because how would you like to watch me take calls all day like that for 7 hours? Imagine that. I mean, I just took 2 calls and you learn that much. Imagine watching me do it for 7 hours straight. And I'll call your people for you. I'll call people that turned you down and I'll close them like I did for Michael. Michael was there. He had 2 people that turned him down. I called them and I closed both of them. Michael Brett picked up the phones the next day. Josh says, I just got another phone to pick up as we speak. Bam. Okay. And again, I'm not saying this stuff to rub this in anybody's face, guys, by the way. It's not bragging. I'm just saying I'm showing you, like, I'm confident. I can do this for you. Eric says, do you get a lot of people like the last caller? All the time. All day long. I mean, here's what I train my employee. Half of the people that call are going to sell you a phone no matter what price you give them. So you can give them anything. 50% will just, as long as they like you and you're nice, they'll sell you the phone. The other 50%, you got to work for it. Okay, so if you don't do the job, you're missing 0.5% of your money. That means if you're only making $2,000 a month profit right now, you could be making $4,000 without doing anything more except for just getting better on the phone. You could literally double your money just by getting better on the phone. That's it. Okay, imagine that. So if you've got tons of calls coming in because you got ads and you're only doing $3,000 a month, you could be doing $6,000, $7,000 a month just by closing more people. That's it. That's all it takes. Yuki says it helped a lot. My bank account started going up since I met Dave at Disney Springs. Awesome. That's great to hear, Yuki. Andy says, any sales mentors you suggest? Yeah, me. I'm not kidding. I mean, I hold some of the highest awards in some of the biggest sales companies in the country. I used to run seminars on sales for Kirby Vacuums. I would teach people how to knock into a door and sell an $1,800 vacuum cleaner in a half an hour by just dropping them off in the middle of the street with a vacuum. We would take a roll of paper towels and I would tell them to go up to a door and say, how you doing today? This is for you. I'll be right back to show you what I'm talking about. We would go back to the van, grab an $1,800 vacuum cleaner, go into the house, and have them put it on a credit card on the spot. Taught people to sell so much, we did 100 sales a month. That's $180,000 a month of business I created for my boss. I hold awards as the #1 person in the entire region for a year straight. Again, not bragging, but I'm just telling you, if you want sales tips, guys, you're in the right course. I'll show you this stuff I'm showing you guys. You're learning sales. This is sales, all right? Now, if you want some good books to read, Grant Cardone is great. Sell or Be Sold is fantastic. That's a good book. I love Zig Ziglar. He's one of my biggest mentors when I was learning sales. Zig Ziglar is amazing. Jeffrey Gitomer is really good. The Little Red Book of Sales is a great thing, okay? But the best thing that you can do is find someone else who's good at sales and just listen to them. Watch them in action. Mirror them. If you know a friend, a relative, somebody that's good in sales, go buy them a beer and have them talk to you for a little bit, and let them role play with you, pick on you for a little bit, and then follow them and see how they do. Because I can't be with you side by side all the time. I mean, that would probably cost you a lot of money. But if you can find somebody else that has pretty good sales skills, they'll be able to, help you out and do that. Josh says, what beer you like, David? Michelob 64 right now. I'm drinking Coors Lights and Stella Artois. So you want to hang out and buy me some beers? We'll see. Maybe that'll work. Come to the boot camp. You can buy me a beer at David Buster's. Anyways, any other questions you guys have? I know you guys wanted to do the Craigslist ads, but I felt like this was pretty cool because you don't get to see me close people on a live call. And I think, guys, if you just get better at closing, that's going to help you tremendously and give you more confidence to get more ads up too. Because when you're closing people like that and you're closing like almost 50% of every single call you get, believe me, you're going to be motivated to get some calls in. You're going to work your butt off. Who wants me to check out their Craigslist ads really quick? I don't have much time. We're almost out of the chat, but I'll check out your Craigslist ads really quick if you want. Who is interested in that?
Let me see if I got it.
There was someone that said it earlier they wanted to do that.
Oh!
Oh, Corey says the guy texted me. All right, let's hear this. What do you say? He said, how much can I get for it? Call him back up. Let's get him back in the hall and let me close this bastard. I get fired up. I make it a mission to close people. Like, I don't even worry about the money. I just worry about my abilities. I want to sell everyone. I don't want to miss once. That's my attitude, man. I want everybody that calls me sell me a freaking phone.
Wait, is it? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? He texted me at 8:02. Should I think we talked to him since then. You know what I mean? Should I call him back or?
Just text him and say, hey, did you mean to text this? I just got your text.
Okay.
Josh says cookies for closers. Guys, ask yourself too, are you this confident that you'll close everybody? Or are you like, well, I'm Dave, I'm just kind of scared to push people. Dave, I don't know, I feel bad. Dave, I don't know if I can do this. Dave, are they going to say no? What if they're not interested? I don't give a shit if they're interested. I'm closing them. Okay? And believe me, guys, people like that. They want you to close them on their business. They want to be sold. But they just want to do it in a nice way. So as long as you do it in a nice way, they're going to feel happy. They want to see that you want their business because people like helping people. And if you make them feel good and you feel like they're helping you, they're going to want to do it more. Michael says, Dave, just a random question. How much do you charge for an iPhone 6s Plus repair? A screen? On a 6s Plus, I think we're doing those for let me look at my website. I think $129.95. I actually don't know. I gotta look at my website. If you guys want to know what I charge, just go to buysellfix.com. You can see that. 6s Plus, $129.95. Yep. Dave, what's the number one sales closing tip? Know your product inside and out. Be smarter than anybody else within 100 miles of you, of your product. It's the number one thing. When I sold cars, I sold Hondas back in 2000, and I was 19 years old. I made $50,000 in 8 months at 19. And that was selling Honda cars. When my first day in the dealership, I said, I'm going to be the number one salesperson here. And I already told them before I started. I was confident. And what I did was I studied the crap. I spent all day long in the cars. My first week, all I did was sit in the cars. I didn't stand in the lot waiting for customers. I sat in the car and I played with every button in every single car. I read every manual. I read magazines by Honda. I knew everything about it. So what can you do in this business to be better, to know your product? You can go on every phone website. I used to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning on the AT&T and Verizon website. I mean, who the freak does that? How many guys are doing that here, right? I used to go in phone stores and just talk to salespeople and study the phones. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm looking at this phone. It was bullshit. But I wanted to see all the new phones out on the market. I still do that. Ask Amy. Hey, you over there still?
Hey, Dave.
Come over here for 1 second. Come here for 1 second. I'm just gonna have my wife speak for a second because whenever we go on vacation, I make it a mission. If I see a cell phone store, what am I doing when we go? We were just in Florida, and no, we were in Myrtle Beach. This was in Myrtle Beach, right? And there was a nice cell phone store. What happened?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. We're walking around with his mother, my sister-in-law, my daughter, and he sees a poster saying that they fix iPhones. He goes right in there. I think he was in there for a good 20 minutes to a half an hour while we were walking in other shops, just so he could talk to the owner, find out what kind of business they get, what are their biggest products they sell, how much they get for iPhone repairs. Every time we go anywhere, he always scopes out the competition, makes a friend.
Yeah, I mean, I probably know every iPhone repair guy on the East Coast because I've traveled it so much. And you got to ask yourself, are you doing those things, guys? You know, you could be like, oh, I don't need to do that stuff, Dave. That's too much work. I don't need to do that. Well, I don't need to be selling $20,000 a month either. But I want to do that, so I mean, that's why I do. I know my product really well. So best sales tip I can, guys, is know your product and be relentless in the pursuit of knowledge for that. Yuki says, I created a new Craigslist account. And all posts get ghosted. Okay, try just creating a different account. Sometimes accounts, yeah, you're all set. Thanks. Sometimes Craigslist accounts just get banned. They're just bad accounts for some reason. So if you try another one and start with a whole bunch of fresh new ads, sometimes they just start sticking more. I don't know why. Randy says, love that answer. The most helpful part of this whole webinar. Oh, good. All right. Well, thanks. I hope you guys like this. I'm doing my best to help you guys. I'm really trying to help everybody close some serious deals. Michael says, Dave, just a random oh, you already answered that. Corey says, hey, Dave, he wants to know my eBay page name. I don't want to show him mine because I have no phones listed. Look, just tell him to log on. Let's call this guy and close this deal. Still talking on. I'm not a big talker, guys. I want to just close. You know, I'm not a big back and forth bullshit guy. I just get it done. Let's get him on the phone and close this deal. Who wants to see me close this guy? Should we call him? Are you guys willing to stay on a couple more minutes so I can close this guy?
Yeah, I am.
I know you are. All right, everybody's fired up.
I'm going to get him on the phone right now.
Thanks, Josh, for coming on.
All right, let me get him on the phone.
And I'll look at your Carl. I'll look at your Craigslist ads in a second. Okay. I know you're waiting for that. I'll do that in a minute. Nestor says, is it all right to meet at a police station? Yeah, sure. If you feel more comfortable. Yeah. I mean, I always just met people like at McDonald's, Wendy's. You know, usually nothing bad's going to happen in a public place, you know, if you're like that. But if you're really nervous, you can meet at a police station. I mean, I had Amy. I mean, you saw Amy. She's tiny. I used to have her go do pickups for me, and I was never concerned. I mean, she would meet people in a public place, never had a problem. And she went to some places that weren't the nicest either. Is he answering, Corey?
Nah. He's running from us, Dave.
That's all right. He'll come back. Let's leave him be. Sometimes if you chase people, it turns them off. Let them think about it and stew, and he's not going to sell on that Facebook group. He's full of shit. He's just working on it. So let's let him sit on it and let him call you back. You know, and we'll try closing him. All right. I just make it a mission, man. I just want to close that guy.
Oh, there you go. Here you go. Here you go. So here you go.
All right. Good. Here we go.
Hello. Hey, how's it going, man? My boss wanted to talk to you again. Hold 1 second. Dave.
Hey, how you doing? Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think we got disconnected.
Yeah.
So, Corey was saying that you were asking about like the eBay or something like that, or were you looking to sell it on eBay or something? Did you have a question on that, or?
I actually have 2 questions.
What was the question you had? I'll see if I can help you out.
The first thing I asked was the eBay name, and the second thing was that I would sell you guys the iPhone 6, but I can't get to Cambridge.
I didn't hear that last part. I'm sorry.
No. Oh, you can't get to Cambridge, you said? It's no problem. I can meet you.
Where
is no problem.
Where are you located?
I can't get to Cambridge.
Oh no, that's fine. I can meet you somewhere. That's no problem.
Corey, hold on 1 second. Where are you located? Are you still there?
He hung up the phone.
So Corey,
Let me call him back. I'm calling back.
Hold on, Corey. So Corey, slow it down, because right there, see what you're trying too hard. Just take it easy, right? Because you're telling, I'll come to you, and what that's doing is making you seem over eager. Okay.
Right.
You gotta. It's like kind of like poker, you know. If you pick up your hand and you're like, shit, another crappy hand. I mean, you just might as well stick a fork in yourself, you know? And that's exactly what you did right there, is you just completely lost control of your bluff or your cards, you know? You just were complete, no poker face, all open. Hey, you might as well have told them what card you had in your hand there, right? So try to be
so this is what he texted me. He texted me, I'd sell you guys the iPhone 6, but I can't get to Cambridge unless you guys can come pick it up. That's not a problem. You know?
Where is he from?
I don't know. I mean, I drive. If he can't get,
I know you're desperate to get the deal, Corey. I've closed I've sold over $1.5 million worth of phones. I'm going to squeeze him for every penny we can get, okay? So I want you to ask him, where is he from?
All right.
Especially he's going to make us work for it. I'm not going easy. Nestor says maybe he's nervous, so he hangs up. Yeah, because I'm too confident. So sometimes people will be like that. He can't handle the negotiation, which will happen sometimes. But you can see he still wants to. He's trying to beat up Corey because he knows Corey's the weaker negotiator. So that's why he doesn't want to deal with me, because he's like, oh shit, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. I can't. This guy's way too good for me to handle. But Corey's like, yes, I'll come see you. Yes, definitely. Right? And I'm not picking on you, Corey, right? But see, he sees that, so he's trying to take advantage of that.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to slow you down a little bit so you don't blow the deal. You know, it's like when Dad says no, but Mom's like, oh, sure, I guess. You're gonna go see Mom, you know? What's he saying? Where's he at?
He didn't text back yet.
All right. Let's let him sit for a little bit. Stay on so you can talk if he goes. Okay, let me help Carl out with this Craigslist ad. Let's close this guy and get this phone, because I want 100% closing average. I don't miss. All right, so here we go. So Carl, are you still there? You can unmute yourself, Carl, if you're able to talk, or you can type in the chat box. Nestor says, I'm going to call up some of the people that didn't want to go through with the sale. Awesome. I like to see that. Way to go, Nestor. Nice. Okay, Carl's there. Okay, so let's take a look at some of your ads here, Carl. Like your ads. Now, here's what I initially see when I look at your ads. Okay, first off, I see that you are posting in two different sections, two different cities on one account, which is a big mistake. You'll get a lot of ads flagged that way, guys. See, one is in Philadelphia, the other one is in this area. I'm not sure what that is or whatever. But if you do that, it's a good way to get ads flagged. So be very careful. Only post in one city per account. Now, if there's like two cities that are near you, make one account with one city and make the other account with the other city. But don't do it with two different ones or you'll get your ad flagged. 2, your ad titles are not eye-catching or stop me in any way. So see that is your old smartphone sitting in a drawer unused, get paid for it. It's so wordy, nobody's reading it. They're just going to scan right by it, right? Now, I see you have cash paid for smartphones, but what you should do is capitalize the letter on each one of those words because everything is such small lettering, it's very hard to read, and it doesn't stand out at all. Now, you don't want all caps, but you do want to make it a little bit more eye-catching. So you have capital C, capital P, capital F, capital S, capital P, like in that cash for smartphones ad. Also, smartphone should be one word because when people type in keywords, they're going to type in smartphone, and if you have a space there, it's not going to pick up the keyword. So make sure you fix that too. Why don't you go ahead, Carl, click on the top one, money for your smartphones, use cracked friendly service. Click on that for me. All right. So we have the title there. Okay, this is good, but guys, what is your impression of this ad? Type in the chat what you think. Keely says not enough info. Needs spacing. Lillian says no phone number. It does have a phone number. It actually says show contact info if you click on that. So he does have the phone number in it. Nestor says needs at least some spacing. I agree. I think, Carl, that AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile should be one line, and then you should hit the enter and have it spaced. And underneath that, have valid ID must be present. Now, also, it just says AT&T, Verizon, Sprint. So I'm thinking to myself, like, well, is he selling phones or is he buying phones? I don't understand. Right? So you might want to say in that thing that, like, I buy AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile phones or something like that, or I pay cash. I'm willing to pick up. You want to let them know it's obvious that you're trying to buy their phone and that you're not selling phones because this kind of looks a little confusing to people. Right? Carl says, okay, good advice. Yeah, and then you want to put a space there and put valid ID must be present at time of transaction. And then you could say, I am willing to pick up or something like that. Or I can come to you. Give a little bit more information. You do want to keep it simple, but this is a little over simple, and it seems like you just don't care. It seems like a scammy ad. So people are going to be very hesitant about calling. Tequila says, and call for a free quote. Yep, that's good too. By the way, how many of you guys saw the new videos that I posted for the new course that I'm making, the new phone flipping 2.0? I had some really good Craigslist tips in there. I don't know if you saw it, but if you scroll down in the group, you'll see some of those new videos I have, and also for appraising. Nestor says they could be confused about if you accept cash or giving cash out. Exactly. Guys, if you make your advertising confusing, then you're not going to get a lot of business because people won't understand what you're trying to do. Eric says, are all the videos still in the group? Yes, in the Facebook group. Yep. Just scroll down and you'll see the new one. And I'll upload a new document with the course once I finish all the new stuff and I put it together. I'll give you guys the new updated course for free. I'm going to be charging a little more money, but you guys will be grandfathered in. So I'll do that in the future. But right now it's not ready yet. I only got 4 new videos. They are good, so you can start. I put them in there for you to check out. All right. Okay, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. Corey, did that guy ever get back?
No, he never texted me back after that.
What did you say to him?
He said first he said I'd sell you guys the iPhone 6, but I can't get to Cambridge unless you guys can come pick it up. And I asked where are you at? I would be able to meet you somewhere. And he just never answered back. Okay, so I said just to say, where are you at? There's a big difference between where are you at and where are you at, I'll be able to meet you somewhere. Right. Okay, let's analyze this because this is important, guys.